Welcome back to the Michigan Business Beat, brought to you on the Michigan Business Network. Chris Holman here, coming to you from our studios at the Capital Region International Airport. We're going to stay local for the most part. Cliff Hammond's going to join us, a shareholder with Foster, Swift, Collins, and Smith attorneys, and they have offices all over the state, Southfield, Lansing, and 5 others, and who knows where. I always feel like I should be saying eternity and beyond. Who knows where you're going to show up next. Well, Cliff, welcome to the show as always. You have an event coming up. You guys do a fair number of events in the way of really making people aware of things.
Yeah, we do. We have a couple events coming up. One on February 2nd. We've got another one actually tomorrow. We're doing a podcast. So we have a number of them. If you take a look at our website, you'll see that we have a number of events lined up because there's been a lot of change, as everybody knows, and there's going to be a lot of change in 2026. So we hope everybody keeps on top of the topics, and we're trying to help you.
All right. So not that it's odd that the administration would issue an executive order. But let's look at what they did recently to cover marijuana.
Sure. Yeah, there's been a lot of executive orders, as you know. The one on marijuana came out last month. It took a lot of people by surprise because of the way that people wanted it to sound like, right? They wanted something out of it, no matter who you are. And essentially what this one said was, we need to do something quicker, hurry up. That's effectively what was said. It's not changing things right away, but it's saying there's marijuana, there's a lot of states, there's a lot of rules, there's federal, there's recreational, there's medical. And here's what we want you to do. We are asking from the administration, the executive branch, to tell everybody to hurry up. So what the president effectively said is get a rule out so that we can start doing medical research, and we can also make sure that the hemp-derived products that you're seeing at the grocery store and all these hemp-derived CBD products, that we get that done properly so that people aren't hurt, so that we have standards in place. So basically, it's a regulatory kick in the butt, effectively, is what this was.
And so this order went into effect immediately?
Well, that's an interesting question. The order is an order, right? It's effective immediately, but it doesn't do anything today. It's not like anything's going to happen right away. What the president effectively said was, we want the agencies to get a rule passed and do everything in your power to speed it up. So no, nothing happened immediately. It's now I want you to really focus.
So tell me a little bit about Schedule 1 and Schedule 2 and why marijuana's rescheduling transfer makes a difference.
Well, that's another decision that we have to see. So right now, you've got Schedule 1 are the drugs that you can't use for any reason, no reason at all, and that impacts medical research as well. So we can't tell what's safe, what's not safe, because it's very hard to get tests done on something that can't be used for any medical purpose. Even cocaine isn't on a Schedule 1, that because it's used for some allowable medical purposes. Schedule 3 would be something that you can use with a doctor's order for medical reasons. So if you reschedule, which has already been proposed now for the last 2 years, to go from Schedule 1 to Schedule 3, it allows you to have medical opportunities for research. It allows some doctors to prescribe it. But again, this isn't happening today. And we don't know exactly when this will actually happen because the president is saying to the rest of the executive agencies, please get these regulations done. But it could take 90 days, it could take a year, it could take 5 years. But the ball is rolling. But it's a big difference because now you're going to have a drug that somebody could come in, test positive for. You might have to go into an interactive process under the Americans with Disability Act like you would with other drugs. So it could have a big impact.
Yeah, Cliff, from an employer standpoint, how does this impact employment drug testing now?
This is a big one because we've already had 40 plus states have already decided to make marijuana non-criminal, right? They've legalized it for a lot of different reasons. Michigan's one of those states. We have 2 different statutes, one for recreational, one for medical. And what employers are doing already is what they're going to continue to do. They're going to have to watch the courts, they're going to have to watch the decisions on different areas of the law. So, for instance, you don't do anything right now. There's no change in law here in the state of Michigan, right? There's no change in law in any state because of this, but they have to be prepared to shift based on what is going to happen at the federal level. Are they going to have to permit people to have an accommodation? Right now in the Sixth Circuit where we sit, federal courts, because it's Schedule 1, it's not a reasonable accommodation accommodation to allow a person to use a drug that can't be used if they test positive after they get hurt in a post-accident test. So you don't have to allow it. It's probably not going to be legal even for recreational use. It's the medical use. So we have to just be prepared. What do we do in the next year or so? So we have some time to ramp up, figure out, but it's not going to be legal for CDL drivers most likely, or for airline pilots. So that's not going to make a change.
Gotcha. So this executive order, does it allow for both recreational and medical use of marijuana?
No, no, that's pretty interesting. First of all it's really addressing is the medical side of it. It really wants the medical side to be addressed, and it's done some things to actually make sure everybody understands it is not making it legal in general, and that's not the goal of this executive order, is to just simply say, let's make it legal. So people need to understand what the executive order is about. It's about medical research, making it safe, and that's really what it's all about.
Well, Cliff Hammond, shareholder, Foster Swift, Collins, and Smith attorneys throughout the state of Michigan, offices everywhere. Cliff, thanks for clarifying some of that. And as this moves along, of course, we'll be keeping you up at night preparing for a morning show.
Appreciate it.
We appreciate it. Thanks a lot, Cliff.
All right.
You've been watching the Michigan Business Beat on the Michigan Business Network. I'm Chris.